Narcissism. This is narcissist from Devon. This is.
How is he a narcissist, Devon?
How was it? Listen, fans.
No. Listen,
I don't care.
Let me just speak.
You mean nothing to me. I don't care. See you later.
Devon, who the fuck do you think you are talking to her like that, you little prick?
Sorry, Alex. I'm gonna drop.
No, you know what? You can speak as.
I didn't like the way it was all turned round on yours and Sarah's fault because you two did nothing wrong.
Listen, and the way it came across to me, I'm not going to be. I'm just going to say it right. The way it came across to me is that this lady had heard what you'd said, Alex, and then she'd come in and said the same thing. But that didn't happen. I already had that turned down when the lady came in and said she was devastated, and she came up and spoke.
Well, for me, when they showed it, I thought, oh, that looks dodgy. And then when the woman was in the chat before she got blocked, saying, I didn't say that. So then I instantly thought maybe maybe there's a mistake here. And then I looked at it from an angle. Then I thought maybe there's a letter missing or something. Then you could put them two letters together, and it could be moved. Then you know what I mean? Because it didn't make any sense. There was no context to it all. Just Nana, there wasn't no context to anything. It made no sense.
I just don't know what it didn't make you. He kept talking. Everything Devon was saying then, it was all directed at you, and I don't understand it. This lady is upset because she's been just called out and her profile has been put up for racism when she didn't do that. She tried to explain, but she was blocked.
Can I just speak? Sorry. Hi, guys. I was on the live right from the beginning when he got 5 people looking on the live, going up to obviously 2,000.
Thank you for that message.
Alex, throughout all of that, was there to defend Sarah. Sarah wasn't allowed to come back in with being blocked. She wasn't allowed to defend herself, and it just ended up in an absolute shit show.
Right. I just don't understand how this has gone back. It's on Alex. This should have been a conversation.
No, let's all blame Mikey because it's on his new platform. You know, we need to take accountability of what's going on.
So, Justin, thank you for having me. First of all, Sarah's life.
You can't blame Mikey.
Sarah's life, I want to apologise to you.
This is what happens when you get a platform.
Right, so let me speak, Alex, right? So Sarah's life, I first of all want to apologise to you. I don't like to hear any woman upset, you know, like obviously now from hearing it, you're saying that that's not what you meant, okay? I've never ever had that many people in my room in my life. My moderators, I've got 5. They're used to having 5 people in my room. My room escalated into this big thing, which was a shit show. So Kay, you was right, because I didn't know what was going on. So I want to apologise to you myself because that was my platform. If you was made to feel like that, I'm really sorry. If you're saying that that's not what you meant, then I apologise. Because it was aimed like it was a racist thing, that's why you were blocked from the room. But because you came over here, which is granted, obviously you're going to come to your people or to chat about it, you was unblocked and would have been able to come back in and have your say. So I do apologise that you feel the way you feel. I'm really sorry.
You said that quite a few times. You did say, look, normally you've just got 5 people in, and I started the live when you had just got 5 people in.
That's all I get, Kay. I get 5 people or 10 people at the most every night. That's all I get.
Obviously, then it just ended up where, you know, people shouting and screaming over each other, and I just feel sorry for Sarah. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, she's a respectable lady that it was a typo error that she shouldn't have been, or she should have been allowed to defend herself.
And I was actually sticking up for OG, Mikey's. I've never seen you or anything before. I was just flicking through, like, so I was in the car and I heard you apologise to a lady and then she started going on at you and I said, he said sorry now. And then in my next one I put, let's just move on or something like that. But I hadn't got my glasses on. I was just making a scone. So that's what happened. The next thing you know, I'm being called a racist. And I'm like, can I ask who was it who put my profile up?
It was Paige, baby.
All right, okay, well then I think all these people, I don't care about, I'm not a victim, she needs an apology, but I think to do that without letting me speak or check, that could have affected, you know, if there was loads of people in that live, they're all going to go over to my page and I'm going to get hate for that now because somebody's decided to put my profile up. That's bang out of order, bang out of order.
I agree.
Yeah. I'm going to drop anyway. I just came in to make sure Sarah and Alex were okay.
Thank you.
I just think how it wasn't right that Sarah didn't probably say like she was. I know, Mike, it was your platform. I understand that, but this poor lady, she came in here because obviously she was devastated that they'd had a profile up and classing her as a racist.
Yeah, and I take responsibility because it was my life. You know, Like, I only can keep saying that I'm not used to that. Just Nana, I have 5 people in my life, 10 people at the most. My moderators are not used to that. Like, that was like a shambles. Do you know what I mean?
I get it. It's on your platform. I understand that. Like, obviously, you can't. There's too many people in there. But like I said, this poor lady only came over because
Of course.
she was like devastated.
Yeah, and so I apologise once again. I am going to drop, but Sarah, I do apologise that that's happened to you all my life, and I'm sorry that that's upset you, and I do apologise.
Thank
Just
you.
Anna, thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
All right, speak to you soon. Bye bye.
Thank you.
I just wanted him to say, see if he would open his live up when he gets a chance to, and to put that lady's profile back up and explain that it was just a misunderstanding. End of, no explanation, just so that lady's picture's back up there, and he can just explain it was just a misunderstanding.
I've just had a phone call with someone, and they've just played me the recording off on the phone. Basically, the problem was when it was Dame actually come into the box, not Dame, and he said that in the comment section it said move the N out the box, but that was never said.
Wow.
No, and he was in for a split second, said what he needed
No,
to say.
it was Dame. I've just had the recording played to me over the phone.
Yeah, it was.
Well, they're quick enough calling me a racist, but they're not quick enough jumping in here saying, sorry, shouldn't have said that. Lies. Sorry, shouldn't have showed your face on there. Lies. They're all just, it's absolutely disgusting. The behaviour of how I was treated then was disgusting, and that's what I'm angry about. I know I'm not a racist, but at the end of the day, the way they all jumped on that, I mean, that's terrible. I mean, what if I was somebody really vulnerable, or somebody, that's a complete and utter accident? They could have tipped me over the edge. That is terrible. Terrible.
Want me to apologise? I'm here to apologise. So, first of all, I'm sorry if you didn't say that, right? It was a...
Hold on, sorry, who are you? I've got no idea.
I'm Daisy's friend who was in the box. You just said you was watching the whole time, so you would have heard me speak.
I was in the car driving and I was listening.
Right, okay, so you shouldn't have been driving, listening.
Right, you've got attitude straight away.
Yeah,
sorry,
straight away. Do you know why I've got attitude? Let me just say this. We would have apologised if...
That's not fair. No, it's not fair.
Again, somebody coming in with attitude. I mean, she was just about to say, "Well, we would have apologised. What if I'd have come back in the box? I couldn't."
You wanted to know. You wasn't. Until someone butted in, aka me, right?
The box again.
Until I jumped in and said that maybe you've got it wrong. You was all ready to go guns blazing.
Can I just say something, Alex? Do you know what happened? All the big creators saw a room with 2,500 people and all jumped in the box, and there was no space for anyone to get in and say Sarah didn't actually say that, right? So don't tell me.
You was all talking about she's blocked out the room.
I jumped on the way people responded to Daisy. And I even said when I shouted last time, we would have known Sarah didn't say that if people let Daisy have a chance to speak and say what she was upset about. Did I not? I said Sarah would have had a chance to come up and say I didn't say that. I said, but no one's let her because everyone's too busy telling Daisy how to respond to what was said.
Why don't you go to from my opinion? Why don't you go and speak to Dame? For he come up in the box and lied.
I
and
don't
said
own Dame. Dame's a man, and I have a man in my home that doesn't sit on the internet and argue with women. Okay.
But he's the one that escalated this.
So, Sarah, I apologise if you did a spelling error because that's disgusting. If we've obviously upset you, but none of our vim was aimed for you. Me, Paige, and Daisy were upset at the way people responded to Daisy when she thought she was racially abused. Okay. No one was being mean about you. No one said that B word, Sarah, that, this, that. No one called you.
1 minute. Daisy's in the box.
I'll drop for Daisy. Thank you for letting me drop.
What is Just Nana's platforms going on?
Hiya, I might have to mute now and then because I do have children, but basically what Def is saying is right. Like, obviously Dame's come up in, I'm going to start from the beginning. Dame come up in the box, said obviously that the pointed out the comment, said the move the N, yeah, and then obviously then all the comments are outraged about it, course, whatever. But do you know what it is? What I was upset about, best believe it's not the first time I've been called that word. What I was upset about was the aftermath of it. I didn't cuss Sarah. I didn't come for Sarah. I said it was a real account with 11k followers. I didn't even look on Sarah's profile. Sarah, you can look at your fucking, what's it called? profile views. I didn't even go on your, I didn't even look, yeah? But what my thing is that straight after it got pointed out, Pearl and I can't remember who else was in the box, was saying other things, just talking over it and deflecting it. That's what I'm upset about. And I'm allowed to be upset about that, by the way.
But Days, that Devil, when she came in here, it's only been that Sarah came in to put her side across because she was devastated that people were calling her a racist.
Because that's how it looked to me.
Whatever happened in Mikey's over there, we have no clue because we was in here talking. So respectfully, when Devon came in, he was more or less saying that as what Alex has said something, and she's run with that, but it wasn't that. Sarah, I had it turned down and we weren't even listening.
Okay, so so was it a typo then? I'm confused because I've literally been with the kid.
Well, the lady will explain to you because it was you, obviously. So Sarah, do I want to explain today?
Sorry, before she explains, I'm going to let her explain. I'm not understanding why people are blaming Paige when Paige actually come up for probably about 5 minutes and just said that let Daisy feel the way she feels.
Because Paige put her profile up before even knowing what had happened, what had gone on.
Yeah, but that's just like how Mikey just thought I called Sandia SLAG and accused me, and no one's going at that. But this, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, it's giving micro-racism. Do you understand what I'm saying? Alex, I'm not talking.
No, guys, no. You ain't doing this to me, right? So are we comparing? Are we comparing someone calling someone an SLAG to someone getting branded a racist on social media? Are we going there really? In an argument, you're calling someone an SLAG, and are you comparing that to someone being branded a racist on social media? That's fucking nuts. And this is why no one takes you seriously. Fucking hell.
Dave, I come in last. Someone said this was said, and then Dave said, "Can you get the woman's profile page and green screen it?" So come for Dave, bitches, not me. I'm sick of it. Dave and everyone in that live, and Dave and Mikey in that live asked me in that live, "Can you please?"
Yeah, but you still did it.
Dave was the one who mentioned it first, wasn't he, Alex?
Dave jumped up in the box and mentioned
please, it. Anybody that is dropping, please stop.
I haven't dropped anyone.
Nothing gets done if people are going to keep dropping people. Now, please stop dropping them. If I wanted them dropped, I'll say it. I don't even know.
It's difficult because when it comes to the racist thing, right? I get how they're frustrating they get with it. I do get it. And
I just ask personally, I think everyone should drop except for me and Sarah. Like, I just don't understand why Alex is even
talking. Anyway, I understand.
I'm the one that sorted this bullshit out.
Shut up, Alex. No one's talking to you. It's not relevant in my life. Move.
Why don't you fire up alive and call people racist against Days and sort your Martian head out as well? Piss off.
Hang on a minute, Days, because Devon brought Alex up in here. We didn't even know.
I wasn't in here.
Well, there
I'm
you
talking
go.
about right now.
That's what I'm saying. So Devon brought Alex into it, not anybody else.
Okay, but mine and Sarah's thing right now is between me and Sarah. I got called an N by Sarah, apparently, allegedly, and she's saying it's a typo. So why the fuck is me and Sarah the only ones not talking?
Who do you think you're talking to? Don't come on the platform talking to her like shit. You might do it on other people's, but don't do it in here.
Oh, what are you going to do? Find me, dox me?
No, I'm not a loser that doxes people.
Can I just say something here? I think this is a case of crossed wires, and obviously people get racially abused on this app, so it's going to get people's backs up. People are going to get upset. Daisy has already said she come in and said she was upset because no one addressed it. It was like heart me. So that's what she's upset about. But I have just seen people in here talking about her kids are screaming in the background. Why is that running?
Playing Roblox. Are you okay? They're playing Roblox.
Don't. I'm just saying, like that. It was your mod Lisa said kids screaming in the background.
Yeah, kids. Hold on a minute.
And I just think that's something that we don't.
Kids, can you scream as loud as you can, please? Scream.
That's something that nobody here stands
for. What the fuck are you doing here?
That's not that deep. It's an observation. That ain't that deep.
But we don't talk about kids. Like, people live in their homes with their children. Should their children be silent? Like, Daisy's
if someone's making an observation, they can hear kids screaming. That's not that. Come on,
Alex. If it was someone from the crypt, that people would be pissed off. You have to have the same energy both ways. Like, just don't do it. Kids live in people's homes. Kids make noises.
Let's all be friends here, Alicia. Let's just be real. That's an observation.
Alex, people have children in their homes. She's come into this box to speak with Sarah because obviously there has been crossed wires and a conversation needs to be had. But So what if she's got kids in the background? People have
And
kids
can I
with
say one more
mums.
thing, yeah? Can I say one more thing? Because my kid is crying right now because you lot are fucking pissing me off. Do you understand, yeah? That I wasn't comparing racism and calling somebody a slag. I was comparing the misunderstanding, Alex. Don't twist my words. There's a
I was just saying
misunderstanding.
what you said, love. Nothing to do with me.
Shut up. I'm still talking. What's his name?
Why do you think you're
No, I'm
more
not being
valid to speak to me?
respectful to people that talk on children. Do you know what?
This
Fuck
is
it.
Nana's
You're
life.
right. We're fucking old age pensioners. We're going to go on my life. One sec.
Go on then, piss off.
Why is this even in here?
As I was saying, okay, like I get where they're coming from when you get that vibe of could it be the truth. However, on the flip side of this, you have to remember that people that are being accused of it, whether it be a misunderstanding or not, right? So I get their side of taking it like that straight away. But you've got to remember, with racist things on this app is like wildfire. It's like, burning something and it going mental. Because by the time you've got to the end, got to the reason on what was said and how it was said, it's already around the app. That's what I agree. That's what I worry about. I get how they feel, and I think, like Alicia, it's so often that this is having to be dealt with on the app. But you have to remember as well that it can also backfire on the person that actually didn't mean it, because by the time she speaks up, it's already out there.
I've not actually seen before where someone's been accused and it's turned out to not be true. This is obviously something that it's been crossed wires and it was
I get that,
incorrect.
Alicia, but what I'm
Sarah
saying
needed
is-
to have a conversation with Days without everyone else piping in and saying about kids and whatnot. I just
Alicia.
it's something you can't
Alicia,
change.
me,
You can't change
Alicia,
it.
you know, I've
Do
got a
you
lot
know
of
what I
respect
mean?
for you, but did you not see the escalation of that live of how it was going? No one was willing to let that woman even explain. It was literally guns
She should have been
blazing.
allowed in the box, but obviously because we were under the impression that she had said what we was told she was said, that's why she was blocked. Because if someone's racist like that, get them out. There was someone else saying bud bud ding ding. There was someone else who was saying something about travellers. Like it went fucking wild, like it does every time because people are sad.
Also, can I say, Alex, you came in the box to make jokes.
Excuse me, can I just say
Yeah,
one
yeah.
thing? Respectfully, Sarah, when Devon came in, there was just them two having a conversation, but Devon brought Alex up. So then from that, then it escalated to all this.
I've already apologised, Mazza. Can I just say though, Alex, respectfully, you like to banter and joke and whatever. So already, as you've seen by Hazel's reaction and my reaction, we were on the defensive because you've joked about things that are inappropriate before regarding race. You came in the box, you didn't say Sarah's in just Nana's and she's really upset. I don't think she meant to say that. You came in and said, yeah, but you guys, Alex, you guys, right? You say don't get involved on racism or whatever. You could have said there's a woman really upset over there. She didn't say what you think she said. And we'd have been like, you know what? Unblock her, Mikey. Get her up. Everyone jumped in the box.
Do you know what I did though? I matched energy, and that's the problem. You know, I went for the attack like every single fucking person. You know what I mean?
Oh, what do you mean you went for the attack? Because I responded.
No, not at all. And why, the thing is, like you're saying about you, we spoke to you about this before, blah blah blah. Let me tell you now. What I did is what I always do. I have banter, and there was no issue normally when I have banter with like Paige and stuff. But I didn't realise when I went in that live that one day what the subject was EQ's racism. I didn't know that. So I just instantly come in and said Wagwan. As soon as you pulled me up, I didn't say it again. You make out it's some weird thing you do. That's the problem. You make out like it was some weird thing. It weren't. I literally come into the live. I didn't know what was going on, and I went Wagwan, my sisters.
No, I'm not saying you said a weird thing. No, not at all. What I'm saying is that already, like how Hazel was upset, you had a misunderstanding before, didn't you? So like now you do little jokes when you say Wagwan and stuff like that. So what I'm saying is when you came in on the banter and said, yeah, but you guys say we can't get involved and what if, blah, blah, blah. Because you know before, when there's been serious situations going on and you've gone, well, what if, and made a joke, we always like, and had our backs up. And again, also the serious, I've got to go because my son's got autism and he's screeching and you're going to accuse me of neglecting him. But what I'm saying is she didn't get a chance to be asked to come in and speak for herself. She was blocked, yes, but she could have easily been unblocked. Does that make sense? And we would have spoke to her just like I have now. I've apologised to Sarah, but I also explained why we responded the way we did because everybody jumped on Days when she thought she'd been racially abused. I'm not passive aggressive. It's just how I talk. I'm from Notts. I literally talk in one tone. Because she thought she'd been racially abused and everyone's going, wow, wow, wow. But I've got to go because I love my kids and he's screeching at me. But I'm really sorry, Sarah, that you were accused of being racist. It was a spelling error, and we went off what we heard, and we should have looked in the comments again. So.
Thank you. I accept that. You're the second person to apologise, whereas other people are coming in thinking it's acceptable, which is weird.
No, it's not acceptable, but I think it wasn't a jokey situation that needed 3,000 people laughing in the comments, calling Nate. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think that's what fires it all up. And then you go on the defensive because people are saying, get Daisy's number, dox her kids, you know, things like that. So you think everyone's attacking, you know, I'm speaking from my point of view. But Daisy probably thought everyone's attacking me. Now someone's just said, get the N. Does that make sense? Renee, stop being a coconut and licking Alex's bumblehole, yeah? Right? If you don't mind people being racist to you, that's okay, but we do. Like I said, Sarah, I am so sorry that you've been upset today, because it's not fair. You didn't say that, but like the lady in the bottom right-hand corner said, we've been racially abused quite a lot of times on here. Called the N-word, black B, whatever, and it's not fair. And then you have black people, the same colour as us as well, that say, I don't think the N-word's racist, I don't think this, I don't think that, and it minimises it all the time. So respectfully, that's
I totally understand that. I totally understand that. I totally get it. What I don't understand, and I think what people are not getting here, is the fact of how I was just standing in the kitchen listening. I was blocked, so I jumped in on my other account and I was saying, oh my God, it's me. Trying to still explain on my other account, saying, it was me, I've been blocked, can somebody let me explain? I was blocked again. Everybody in that live jumped on me. Somebody put my profile up. Now that's going to cause me, when I get off this live, I'll go and look. I can only, God knows what's going to be on. What messages I've got now. I'm going to get hatred from that. That was out of order.
Sarah, can I just say to you, I was under the impression that the full word was said. That's why I got into the box.
See, that was said in someone. Who was the one in the box that said, was it the full word? And they went, yes. Who was it?
Got to the box and turned around and said that she had turned around and said that to get the N out of the box.
Oh, wow.
I was under the impression it was the full word. So I've come in, I wanted people to, because everyone was just shouting and screaming. And obviously you should have been able to come in and have a conversation with people. I agree. And sometimes wires do get crossed and sometimes people run with things without seeing things and whatnot. Unfortunately, it's the way of the app. But everyone knows now that it wasn't how it was put across. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
but the damage is done, isn't it?
I've changed my mind anyway. I've started to think that Sarah is a racist now, so there you go.
Oh my God, Alex, thanks for that.
There you go.
Can I
Sarah's
make a
a racist.
suggestion? You know everybody that was in that live and that has accused and put it on Sarah's live? I appreciate there's been a couple of apologies, but I think you all need to put a post up clearing her name and apologising.
Honestly, it doesn't matter.
That's what I've just come in to say, that I think your name should be cleared.